By now, we all know what's going on with Wendy Williams. But did you know that she just came to the internet begging for money? Not only begging for money, begging her bank, Wells Fargo, to give her access to her accounts and her money. There's no way that any of this can be legal. We all know that it's going on 3 years that she has been under a guardianship or a conservatorship or a power of attorney or a legal guardian, whatever it may be called in your state and jurisdiction. Now, this all had to do with the fact that her son was misappropriating her funds. Now, it's widely known that her son was misappropriating funds because he was so used to his mother's hard work, providing him privilege, luxury, and living the large, wealthy lifestyle. But it has also been speculated that he has been misappropriating his mother's money for his father, his mother's ex-husband of many years. And we all know how that went down, right? He not only had a whole entire mistress, he globally humiliated her by impregnating his mistress, using her money, her car, to fund his mistress and his new lifestyle and his new baby. But what is absolutely heartbreaking to me is the fact that she has all of this money that she's made throughout her career. She has all of this power, these connections, these celebrity connections. And she literally has her hand on the glass, like she's begging for help, begging for help. And you guys all talked about free Britney. What about free Wendy? Because even if she has anything that's a diagnosis, anything that have to do with a cognitive impairment, like Alzheimer's, dementia, anything like that, not only is that not our business, what her medical stance is, but the fact that her money and her accounts are being kept from her should never happen, despite and regardless of what her medical situation may be or what her diagnosis may be, no matter what her mental state may be. And they really need to stop giving any kind of financial anything. The court should be overseeing her finances, but they should not be keeping her finances from her, nor financial decision making, nor access to her accounts, because that's her money. That is her money, and she hard earned that. See, I think that once somebody gets to be at this certain level of wealth, all of these lawyers come in, all of this legal system comes in, these conservators, these guardians, these judges, and they all want a piece of the pie because for some reason they feel like they are entitled to it. But I think the opposite. I think somebody's estate and their money especially should be safeguarded. And I think that that decision should be up to her. It's her money. She should be able to do whatever the F she wants to do with it. And if she wants to keep it away from her child and her ex-husband and his new baby mama, then she has every right to do that. But the fact that those safeguards are not in place legally is very concerning to me for the wealthy. The fact that this can happen to her, the fact that it can happen to Britney Spears, the fact that it can happen to anybody. So if this is happening to the privileged, the famous, the wealthy, the celebrity, the public figure, what chance does any of the rest of us have? That's my question. That is my question. The fact that she has to call to social media, the fact that she has to come to the internet and beg people for money, beg her bank to give her access to her own money is absolutely dumbfounding. I don't know what court is overseeing this, but they need to do better. They need to do better. Wendy Williams has an estate and she has every right to manage her finances and her estate. Sure, have the guardian or the conservator of the courts, the lawyers, the attorneys, the accountants, the managers, the assistant, whoever it is, help manage it, but making decisions or taking from, absolutely not. That should be criminal and that should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, because that's not okay to commit any kind of fraud and take somebody else's money. even if you're their child. That to me is just absolutely heartbreaking and saddening. And I really hope that this is a call to her bank to not meddle in her finances anymore. Because we all know that Wells Fargo has something to do with that conservatorship. Prove me wrong. Because I know if I won the Mega Millions, I certainly would come to her aid. But, sweetheart, I ain't got nothing but my voice. And, of course, I'm going to always use it. I love you, Wendy. I really hope that you are thriving and doing well. And I hope that whatever is really going on, you expose the shit out of it. Because I am here for it all. Here for it all. Good thing they can't physically do anything to her, because her fame still provides her that one safeguard that if anything does physically happen to her, there's going to be hell to pay. But I don't know. You tell me what you think down in the comments below. I love you all. You have a great afternoon.